SC Kids, we are here at a place we all know and love, the Five. It is so good to be with you guys, and especially our special guests that we have who are going to be a part of the experience here at the Five that'll be the same that you guys are doing at home. So, if you are ready, I would love to introduce each one of our guests today, and they're going to answer our question of the day, which is, drum roll, if you could change your name to anything, what would it be? All right, so our first guest here, we have Liam Anderson. Come on in. Liam, what is up, dude? All right, you can stand right here, sir. Liam, what would you change your name to? MJ, can you say it louder for the people at home? MJ, awesome. Where did you hear that name? No, you just thought of it in your brain? Oh, DJ, but MJ, I love it. Awesome, Liam, glad you were here. You can go to the green carpet, sir. All right, next up, we have Cameron Anderson. Woo-woo! Come on in, Cameron. All right, buddy, you can pause right there. Cameron, if you could change your name to anything, what would it be? You're still trying to think. Do you like your name, Cameron? You would just keep Cameron? All right, if you think of it later, let us know. You can just shout it out. All right, thanks, Cameron. Glad you're here, buddy. All right, Amanda, come on in. Woo-woo! All right, Amanda, if you could change your name to anything, what would it be? Ella, cute. That's very cute. All right, and we have the Anderson family. Let's give them a hand. All right, we got next up, we have Cohen. Come on in, buddy. All right, Cohen. And sir, what would you change your name to? Max. That's a good one. Do you have any friends named Max? No? No friends named Max? All right, you're the first. Come on over to the purple rug. And here we have Chad. Come on in, Chad. Good to have you, sir. All right, if you could change your name to anything, what would it be?
Batman.
Batman. I don't know if that counts. We'll take it. Batman. We got Batman in the house tonight, guys. All right, and we have the lovely Kayla. Come on in. All right, Kayla, what would you change your name to? Princess. We have Batman, Princess, and Max. I love it. All right, that is the Pudman family, and now we welcome the Wins. Miss Clara, come on in. This is Clara Wynn, everybody. You have dogs on your mask. I love it. That's super cool. Clara, what would you change your name to? Heidi, very cute. I love it. All right, you can start us off here at the red rug. And Miss Emmeline, come on down. Emmeline Wynn, what would you change your name to? Izzy, cute, cute, cute. All right, Heidi and Izzy and Krista, come on in. What will it be?
Savannah.
Savannah, I love this. Very cute. All right, guys, well, we are about to get started here. You guys get cozy at home. We are gonna start our SC Kids first Sunday at the Five in just a few seconds. Woo. If you guys have been following with us through the Bible, we are with the Israelites, which are the chosen people of God in the Promised Land. This is the land that God brought them out of Egypt, in the land where he would live with them. Okay, so we have this brand new people in God, and they were God's chosen people to show the whole world what he would be like. And God gave the Israelite people a bunch of different leaders, but not all of those leaders obeyed God, and it got kind of wacky. It's kind of like if you've ever had a substitute teacher at your school. Do things get kind of wacky? Not everybody does what they're supposed to, or maybe a babysitter at home. Maybe you get an extra snack or a super late bedtime. That's kind of what it was like. But today we are going to see a leader that God chose that did obey God, okay? And his name is Samuel. Do you guys know any Samuels? Any Samuels? Guess what, guys? We all know a Samuel. Pastor Sammy, right? That's not who this story is about, but it's kind of cool that we have a leader named Samuel. And the Israelites have a leader named Samuel. So, and one of the cool things about Samuel is that God called him to this special purpose when he was a kid. Isn't that cool? So we're going to see that in our story. And God called him 3 times. So for our game, I'm going to call 3 of you up to do one of our challenges, okay? Our first game, what it's going to be, is I'm going to set a 1-minute timer, and you are going to see how many sticky notes you can put all over yourself in 1 minute. Got it? All right, we'll see who the lucky person is. Miss Emmeline. You want to do it? All right, step on up, girly. Okay, so green Post-its. I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute here. All right, a little Apple product placement for Sammy. Okay, you guys ready? We're going to cheer for her. On your mark. I'll give you time updates too. Get set, go. 1 minute. Do you guys think she's going to make the whole one? Get a whole pack on there? Did you really? Oh my gosh. We got 20, 30. I believe in you, Emily. I'm going to say 50. Well, no, you have 4 seconds left, so maybe more like 20. All right, and we're done. All right, I'm going to count them from a safe distance. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and you had one more fall off after the timer, 18. All right, give her a hand. Beautiful job, Emily. You can just leave those on the floor. All right, our next challenge is, hey, Cohen, do you want to do it? All right, dude, this one's really fun, okay? All right, so I'm going to give you instructions so it's safe for us to touch. Do you see the marshmallows there in the middle? All right, so take the bag out, lay both the bowls next to each other, like this. One bowl here, one bowl here. Do you see how they're on? Perfect, okay. So you're going to open up the marshmallows, put all of them in one bowl, and you're going to dump those in the bowl. All right? All right, so this is what you're going to do, Cohen. You are going to, without your hands, see how many marshmallows you can get from this bowl to this bowl. So you can use your mouth to grab marshmallows and drop them in this bowl. If you guys feel more comfortable scooting back with the mask off, that's totally fine. All right, you got it? You feel cool with that? All right, so you can pull your mask down, buddy, so we can get your mouth in there. And all right, on your mark, get set, go. Go, Cohen. Look at you, man. Has he done this before? He just likes to eat. Hey, if you want to sneak a few in there, no one else is going to eat those after you. I can guarantee you that. Oh, yeah, right? So while he's doing this, I want to know, are you guys a burnt marshmallow people or a don't even cook it marshmallow people? Burnt marshmallow people? Like on fire? I never mean for it to get caught on fire, but it always does. Look at you go, man. You are a pro. You have 23 seconds left. Do you guys think he's going to get the whole bowl? Oh, come on, buddy. You got this. You're going to need some water after this. Look at you go, man. All right. Getting so close. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Oh my goodness, look at you go, man. All right, do you want to count them real quick just so we can see? Here, you can go like 1 and put it back in the other bowl. That might be the easiest.
Oh my gosh.
26. Unreal, man. So, just like we called you guys up, we are now going to see how God called Samuel and for what special purpose. And I will tell you, it has nothing to do with marshmallows.
In a country called Ephraim, a man named Elkanah lived with his wife, Hannah. Hannah was very sad because she did not have any children. Hannah wanted to have a family. Every year, Elkanah went to the tabernacle to make sacrifices to God and to worship him. Hannah went with him. Hannah prayed to God, "Lord, if you give me a son, I will dedicate him to you. He will serve you all of his life." A priest named Eli was sitting near the doorpost of the tabernacle. Eli watched Hannah pray. He couldn't hear her, but he saw her lips moving. Eli thought there was something wrong with Hannah. Hannah explained, "I've been pouring out my heart before the Lord." Eli replied, "Go in peace. May God answer your prayers." Hannah and Elkanah returned home, and God did answer her prayers. After some time, Hannah gave birth to a son. She named him Samuel. When Samuel was no longer a baby, Hannah took him to Eli at the tabernacle. "God answered my prayers," she said. Hannah pledged Samuel to serve God, and she worshiped God. Hannah returned home and left Samuel with Eli to serve God. Every year, Hannah returned with a new robe for Samuel, and God gave Hannah many more children. Eli was getting old, and his sons served as priests in the tabernacle. Eli heard that his sons were sinning against God. Eli asked his sons why they were sinning, but they did not listen to him. Samuel, on the other hand, grew older and found favor with God and with men. One night, Eli was in his bed and Samuel was lying in the tabernacle when Samuel heard someone call his name. He ran to Eli. "Here I am, you called me." But it wasn't Eli. He told Samuel to go back to bed. God called Samuel 3 times, and each time Samuel ran to Eli. "Here I am," he said. Eli finally understood that God was calling to Samuel. He told Samuel how to respond. Samuel went back to his place, and God called, "Samuel, Samuel." "Speak, for your servant is listening," Samuel replied. God told Samuel that he was going to judge Eli's family for their sin. The next day, Samuel was afraid to tell Eli what God had said. Eli asked Samuel to tell him what God said, so Samuel did. As Samuel grew, God was with him. Everyone in Israel knew that Samuel was God's messenger. God used Samuel to share his plan with the nation of Israel. Samuel used God's words to tell the people what God is like. John chapter 1 verse 1 says that Jesus is the Word. Jesus, the Son of God, told the world about God's plan and showed what God is like.
So, did anybody catch what Samuel's response was when God called him? Anybody catch it? He said, I'll read it. This is from 1 Samuel chapter 3, verse 10. It said, "And the Lord came and called as before." This was the 3rd time. He said, "Samuel, Samuel." And Samuel replied, "Speak, your servant is listening." So when we see Samuel's story, we see a picture of obedience. And so we can have you guys help us teach our friends watching at home 3 different parts of what it looks like to be obedient to God. Okay, so kids, if you want to help me do this. All right, the first one is we learned that Samuel, all right, kids, stand up. See if you guys can do this. Samuel grew up in the presence of God. Can you do a star jump? Yes, so Samuel grew up in the presence of God. He listened to God's voice. Can you do, ah? Oh, come on, louder. I can't sing at all. Oh, beautiful. He listened to God's voice. And the third thing was with courage, strong arms, did the job God called him to do, which was to give a hard message not only to Eli, but in other stories we'll see it too. All right, stay standing, because in Samuel, we see a picture of an obedient leader, and he was the leader for the Israelites. But do you know who God gave us to be our leader? Jesus. Jesus is the perfect picture of obedience. Do you guys know that Jesus grew up in the presence of God? Can you do it? He grew up in the presence of God. We see Jesus, he's reading his Bible. As a young kid, he went to the temple, which is kind of like church. So Jesus did a lot of the things that you guys did with God. Second thing was, what was it? I forget. Oh, he listened to God's voice. Listened to God's voice. Oh, beautiful. He listened to God's voice. He said that Jesus did everything he saw the Father doing, and he said everything he saw his father, heard his Father say. And then the third thing, remember, he, with courage, did all the hard things God asked him, including going to the cross. So you guys can have a seat. So we'll see, and we'll get to see how Samuel leads the Israelites in a few more weeks. And we'll see how Samuel leads the Israelites from kind of crazy town like it's been back to God. But in the same way, not only does Jesus lead us back to God, but he made us a way for us to be with him forever. And so the Israelites in our story needed a great leader, but we need a great leader too, right? Yeah? It said the Israelites, they all were doing things that were right in their own mind. And sometimes we do that too. So God has given us a leader in Jesus where we can look at the way that he loved people. We can grow up in his presence. We can listen to the sound of God's voice talking to us. And we, with courage, can do the things that God has called us to do. Amen? All right. Okay, so we'll transition here to worship. All right, you guys, stand up with your families, and we are going to worship.
Whatever the distance or darkness, you're with me. You're with me. Whenever I'm failing or falling, you've got me. You've got me. You won't let me down. Never
guys so much, SC Kids, for joining us, and thank you so much to our families that came to be on set with us. As always, check your inbox. You guys can have the same experience here at homes with your families this week. So check your inbox for conversations. You can have activities you can do, and we will be with you next Sunday. Thank you, guys.